Marissa tinkered her way to determining how music and coding can be combined. Please meet Marcy, the robot.
Music, robotics, combined. This is Marcy. Marcy is a robot. However, Marcy is a special robot. Marcy can hear. I have had the great fortune to be exposed to the world of music. From an early age, I've had piano, guitar, and saxophone lessons, and I've been lucky enough to have played flute since the 5th grade and participated in my middle school's concert band all 3 years. Now I'm a member of the Magna Band program at my high school. I also have been exposed to and involved with robotics, having been on a team since the 3rd grade that made it to the state championship 3 times. Just recently, I discovered that having been exposed to these things really has been a privilege. I am here tonight because there is a tremendous hole in our education system. A large number of children haven't had the opportunity to indulge in these amazing things. From budget cuts in schools nationwide to the strain on household incomes, band, chorus, orchestra, and robotics classes have either been cut from school curriculums or were never even initiated in the first place. One day last year, when talking to a good friend of mine about my flute and my music, I discovered that she had absolutely no idea what a sheet of music looked like, or what a flute looked like. When I showed it to her, she thought it was a clarinet. It was like a complete shock to my system. Imagine taking out an apple in front of your friend and having them ask you, "Hey, what's that?" My mind simply couldn't comprehend that my friend didn't even know the basics of music. Though I soon realized that this lack of information that I knew almost everything about since I was a child was due to the fact that she couldn't have possibly known a thing if she had never been exposed to it. That was honestly the day that I discovered the problem that we face today. So many schools don't have any of these absolutely fantastic class subjects available for kids to take. So from this experience, I thought, well, why don't I expose this music and technology to them? That's when I decided to build Marcy, the flute bot. Marcy, or Music and Robotics Combined and Integrated, is a robot that I built using my LEGO Mindstorms robotics kit and plugged in a sound sensor and coded it so it could hear and react to my playing. I have made it a point to make presentations at schools to young children to introduce them to these two wonderful things. Hopefully, this experience will strike a chord with these kids and get them excited about music and technology, so that even if these schools can't afford to or choose not to offer these classes, these kids can now seek to learn more on their own. Both the positive impact that these two skills can have on creativity and learning have been well documented, and neither one should be ignored. Coding is as important as any other core class in school. And if you don't believe me, think about this. While biology is required to be taken by every student across the nation, very few students will become biologists. However, everyone will agree that a basic understanding of how your body works really is a good thing to know. Yet, computers and coding are not required in today's school curriculum, even though there's a tremendous amount of technology that encompasses our daily lives. And with respect to music, it's said that music as a whole sparks creativity and adds this aura of variety and joy to life. And by learning music, one learns to develop math skills, listening skills, patience, fine motor skills, social skills, rhyme, a chance to learn about other cultures, and to problem solve. Even Einstein stated that his great love of music was extraordinarily helpful to him in his work. He said, "If I were not a physicist, I would probably be a musician." So now you see how music and technology are really married to each other. I decided to combine the two so as to introduce children as young as 3 to these two wonderful things. Hopefully this experience will strike a chord with them and get them excited about music and robotics. I saw a problem with the system, so I'm using my skills to try and fix it. Me, of all people, and if I, another fellow person like you, are doing something about it right now, that means that you, all of you, each individual person out there with a different and unique skill pace can do something too. Some schools have already had their music and robotics classes cut, though, but that's no excuse to give up. Children and adults can work together to create and fund external means of music and robotics, similar to what Marcy and I are doing. When the orchestra program was cut from my school 2 years ago, many of my friends who were in orchestra joined local and community orchestras. And those community-based and created organizations were the reason that many of my friends, plus countless others, didn't have to lose their love of music forever. All of us are responsible for teaching each other these necessary parts of life that most people look over. Because imagine a world where the arts, robotics, anything you've ever had a passion for was gone forever, because this generation knew nothing about it. What would our future be like? Where would the problem solvers and innovators go to make this world a better place? So if you see a hole, fill it. If you see there's a problem, fix it. Everyone needs to be accountable. How about joining Marcy and me? Thank you.